imagine this is us. So the first truth that we all need to understand is all the ideas that we carry about ourselves. All the ideas that we carry about ourselves within ourselves, in the innermost corner of our heart, the ideas that we carry about ourselves is called the inner image. Okay, all the ideas that we carry about ourselves within ourselves is called the inner image. Now, this inner image, the ideas that we carry about ourselves, typically we do not share with anybody else. This is something known only to us. For example, if you have to give a public talk, you're coming up on the stage, and inside you, there is so much of conversation going on. Will you be able to do it? Are you going to shiver? Are you going to forget? You have never delivered something like this on the stage. This is the first time. I think you're going to flop. Or if you're going for a presentation at work, suddenly you feel like, what if I do not do this presentation right? Will I get fired? Oh, this is my last chance to prove myself. I've never been successful so far. All the ideas that we carry about ourselves within ourselves is what is called as inner image. Typically, the inner image is always lower than who we are. We always judge ourselves lower than who we actually are. The inner image typically is like, I am lazy, I am not intelligent, I am stupid, I am not hardworking, I am not producing results, I am not successful. All these ideas that we carry within us, which we typically do not share with anybody else, only keep it as a secret within us, is what is called as the inner image. Next, all the ideas about ourselves that we project to others in our life. For example, all the ideas that we project about ourselves to the world. These different circles, let's say one is a father, mother, friend, brother, all the different people in our life, all the ideas that we project about ourselves to the world, typically it is in the form of words, sometimes it's in the body language. How we project about ourselves to the world is called as outer image. The outer image is always more than what we are. If inside, in my inner image, I feel I'm not confident, I'm struggling, I'm trembling, I'm shivering, outer image we always project ourselves as, I'm very powerful, I'm very confident, I'm very strong, I'm very hardworking, I'm very successful. We always project an image about ourselves to others, which is called the outer image. And when we project about ourselves to others, let me ask you this. Whenever one of your friends comes to you and brags about himself, oh, you know what, I've just been so successful, I have this great project, and I'm doing so well in my job, I've always been successful, I don't know how come I'm being so successful in life. Inside you, what we feel? Enough of bragging, stop. Right? When other people come and brag about themselves, we do not believe what they say about themselves. But when we share about ourselves to others, we always feel others are believing what we project about ourselves to others. How many of you are able to understand what I'm saying? Raise your hand. So what you project about yourself to others, to people in your life, is what is called as the outer image. Most of the times it is through words. Inner image is all the ideas that we carry about ourselves inside of us. Outer image is all the ideas that we project about ourselves to the world. Next. The ideas that people in our life have about us. The idea that your father has about you, your mother has about you, your spouse has about you, your brother has about you. Idea that everybody in our life have about us is called others' image. Now, others' image is not what they come and tell you about what they think about you. That is not others' image. They may tell you something that you may want to hear, but they may have an idea about you which they will not tell you. They will tell a mutual friend, and they will tell that friend, please do not go and tell it to him. And that friend, first thing he will do is he will give you a missed call. Hey, I have something that the other person told about you, I want to share with you, give me a call back. And he will cut the call. What somebody shares about you to others and tells others, please do not share with you, is what is called as others' image. That is the true image that that person has of you. What idea that people in your life carry about you is called others' image. Typically, they may not come and frankly open up to you directly what they think about you, because they may not want to confront, they may not want to enter into a conflict, or they may not want to disappoint you. But the true idea that they carry about you inside them is called as others' image. How many of you are able to understand the others' image? Yes. To make it easier to understand, an idea that a daughter-in-law has about a mother-in-law, which she will definitely never tell the mother-in-law but constantly keep telling the husband, is others' image of the mother-in-law. Is everyone able to understand this? The idea that a mother-in-law has about a daughter-in-law, which she will never ever share with the daughter-in-law. But when the son comes back from work, what kind of a wife you have? She has no respect, she has no this, she has no that. So the idea that she carries about the daughter-in-law, which the mother-in-law shares with the son, is the other's image that that mother-in-law has about the daughter-in-law. Is this clear? Yes? Okay. Next, the idea that we carry about life is called life image. What does it mean that the idea that we carry about life in general? If you look back, we will see we may have different cognitions about life. The idea that we carry about life in general. Typically, the idea is like, oh, life is bad, life is tough, life never gives you what you want, life always snatches you the things that you like. All the ideas that we carry about life in general forms the life image. Typically, life image, we gather the life image based on the type of people, the relationship that we have with people in our life. If you had a relationship, a very strained relationship with your mother, and she was very strict, she did not allow you to do what you want, typically the idea that you have about life is, life does not like you to be happy. It constantly brings in people, brings in situations, which does not allow you to do what you want. So it springs off from a specific relation, but it becomes an overall image that you have about life in general. Sometimes we feel life is bad. Sometimes we feel life is exploiting. Life is hard. Life is tough. all the ideas that we carry about life is called as life image. Is this clear for everyone? So the inner image, please project the slide. The inner image is all the ideas that we carry about us inside of us. Typically, the inner image is always lower than who we are because we are constantly judging ourselves. How do you know what all forms an inner image? The constant radio that goes on inside of us. If you do not talk to anybody, you don't need to. There is one constant inner chatter that goes on 24/7, 365 days a year. That constant chatter in which the idea that you carry about you inside of you forms the inner image. I am this, I am that, I am like this, I am like this, I don't like this, I like that, I am happy, I am not happy, I am exploited, I am cheated, I am this, I am that. All of those ideas that you carry about you, only you know those ideas about you, is the inner image. All the ideas that you carry about the way you project yourself to the world, the way you show yourself to your father, the way you show yourself to your mother, the way you project yourself to your spouse, the way you project yourself to the brother, the way you show yourself to the world, the way you project yourself to the world is called as outer image. Outer image is always typically higher than who we are. We always try to pose ourselves in a way more than what we are. So we say, oh, I'm very confident, I'm very successful, I'm very brave, I'm very courageous, I'm very hardworking, I'm very intelligent, I'm very smart. The way we try to project ourselves to people in our life forms the outer image. Then the idea that other people in your life have about you, that the idea that they carry about you forms the other's image. Typically, they do not share this idea about you to you, but they share it with other people who know you, and you get to know what somebody else felt about you through the third person. That forms the outer image. Life image is the idea that you have about life in general. What are all the cognitions that you have about life, that you are still holding on to about life? Life is difficult, life is bad, life is hard, life is tough. All those ideas bundled together form the life image. Inner image, outer image, others image, and life image all put together is what we call as our identity. When I say me, I am a bundle of all the thoughts that I have about my inner image, all the ideas that I have about my outer image, a bundled up thought of all the ideas that I have about others' image, all the ideas that I have about life image, all these four put together is what I cognize as me. So for us to understand what I am, who I am, we need to understand these four. Inner image, I will tell you also the Sanskrit word for it. Inner image is called mamakara. Outer image is called anyakara. Outer image is called ahankara. Others image, the image that others have about you is called anyakara, and the image, life image, is called swa anyakara. Just learn the Sanskrit words, but the concept is about the ideas that we carry about us, inner image, what we project about us, outer image, what others think about us is others image, what we consider as life, what we cognize as life is called life image. Is this clear for everyone?
Nityanandam, first request, please sit straight. Please sit straight. Come to the space of listening. Understand this session about your inner image, outer image, others' image, life image is crucial for you to be able to manifest powerful cognitions. Manifesting Shaktis is only up to one stage. After that, the next higher level is about manifesting powerful cognitions. If this one session enters us, you will never feel sleepy again when you're sitting. That too when Swamiji is sitting right here. Okay? This morning, Swamiji delivered one punchline. You guys remember it? Any of you? There's so many punchlines. Which one am I talking about? See, he said, yeah, that's right. He said, man is the juncture between Mahadeva and animal. Yes? Now, who is Mahadeva here? Who is Sadashiva? Who do you know? Huh? I can't hear. What? Have I gone deaf or we really cannot hear people? I can only hear Puri, Bonda, all that talking. What? Each time I ask the question, your volume got a little higher, right? That could have been done on the first go. If we gave it our best shot in the first go itself, that's called bringing authenticity. Anything else is taking Swamiji for granted, taking Sangha for granted, taking yourself for granted. And why all this stuff happens? Because your inner image, which you are cherishing inside you, which is making your eyes close, despite the fact that Swamiji is sitting here, that inner image, that cute inner image, which when you see other people falling asleep also, you don't push them and wake them up. It prevents you from being ferocious. You give love to the wrong side of them. Why does that happen? Because we are protecting this inner image like the Kohinoor diamond within us.